One must wait until the evening to see how splendid the day has been. When you procrastinate, you become a slave to yesterday. Notice the difference between being in control and needing control. A seed neither fears light nor darkness, but uses both to grow. In the end, the world always wins. That's just the way of things. It takes writing 1 billion bad words before you get to the good ones. Search of truth is actually a search of strength to handle the truth. He who wishes to fight must first count the cost. How quick come the reasons for approving what we like. For them to perceive the advantage of defeating the enemy, they must also have their rewards. If the path before you is clear, you're probably on someone else's. Having the life of your dreams is simple. Make conscious choices. Time always exposes what you truly mean to someone. In business, professionalism is not a tactic, but a moral value. To have a human form of a joyful thing, but in the universe of possible forms, there are others just as good. Some use drugs to silence the pain, others use them to feel the pain they silenced. The truth doesn't mind being told every once in a while. When people try to bury you, remind yourself you are a seed. Anything not worth doing is worth not doing well. Think about it. Convictions are more dangerous foes of truth than lies. It isn't where you came from, it's where you're going that counts. The truth will set you free, but not until it is finished with you. All is mystery, but he is a slave who will not struggle to penetrate the dark veil. Some men never die, and some men never live, but we're all alive tonight. Never worry a bit in life. Always be full of merriment. Maneuvering with an army is advantageous. With an undisciplined multitude, most dangerous. Imagination is the highest form of research. The butterfly counts not months, but moments, and has time enough. Sometimes, the best of God's gifts arrive by the shattering of all the window panes. Begin by seizing something which your opponent holds dear, then he will be amenable to your will. Enchantment lies in everyday moments if you are observant. A rose does not answer its enemies with words, but with beauty. If what one has to say is not better than silence, then one should keep silent. It would be so nice if something made sense for a change. There is no saint without a past, no sinner without a future. Vulnerability is the least celebrated emotion in our society. Life isn't about escaping, but it's all about experiencing. If you concentrate on small, manageable steps, you can cross unimaginable distances. Colors blind the eye, sounds deafen the ear, flavors numb the taste, thoughts weaken the mind, desires wither the heart. Do not take life too seriously. You will never get out of it alive. Abundance is not the absence of scarcity. It is the presence of abundant mentality. I have never known any distress that an hour's reading did not relieve. The penalty for procrastination is the loss of hopes and dreams. I admire those who do good and expect nothing in return. If you listen to critics for too long, you will become deaf to success. Life is 10% what you make it, and 90% how you take it. It's such a shame to waste time. We always think we have so much of it. Face your life, its pain, its pleasure. Leave no path untaken. Some things in life are too complicated to explain in any language. Do not presume that richness or poorness will bring you happiness. At some point, we all look up and realize that we are lost in a maze. The line between disorder and order lies in logistics. Everything you do doesn't have to be seen or heard. When pure sincerity forms within, it is outwardly realized in other people's hearts. I believe in spectacles, but I think eyes necessary too. A clown on a throne is still a clown. A king in rags is still a king. The only time you fail is when you fall down and stay down. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of others. When we are most alone is when we embrace another's loneliness. When you treat your failures as lessons, you can never fail. Oh, darling, don't be bitter. It's the first instinct of the weak. Don't chase. Elevate your game and be someone worth chasing after. You are in charge of your own happiness. You don't need to wait for other people's permission to be happy. Don't look to the approval of others for your mental stability. It can only take a moment to waste the rest of your life. A person's limitations are only measured by their drive to succeed. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. In war, practice dissimulation and you will succeed. We need to be fit and ready for anything that might come our way. People, in general, would rather die than forgive. It's that hard. The consequences of every act are included in the act itself. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. Don't be afraid of enemies who attack you. Be afraid of the friends who flatter you. It is not worth the while to let our imperfections disturb us always. The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. When you say I and my too much, you lose the capacity to understand the we and our. Art should comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfortable. In making tactical dispositions, the highest pitch you can attain is to conceal them. 3 rules of work. Out of clutter, find simplicity. From discord, find harmony. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Don't fear big. Fear mediocrity. Fear waste. Fear the lack of living to your fullest. Like the sun and moon, they end but to begin anew. Like the 4 seasons, they pass away to return once more. Everything is hard before it is easy. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. I was never aware of any other option but to question everything. Realize deeply that the present moment is all you will ever have. Great results can be achieved with small forces. Consideration for others is the basis of a good life, a good society. We are all worms, but I do believe that I am a glowworm. We destroy in assumptions, but we do not build in possibilities. The essence of being human is that one does not seek perfection. Never curse a fall. The ground is where humility lives. Everything is created twice, first in the mind and then in reality. There are two ways of spreading light: to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. It is better to live one day as a lion than 100 years as a sheep. Life changes very quickly, in a very positive way if you let it. Your vision will be blurry, but it will grow clear with time. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. Do it now. Sometimes later becomes never.